welcome to Touchdown Talk. Today I'm Logan Harpster. Today I'm here with Brayden Parsons and Corey Gehlman as my co-hosts.
Sup, Harp?
How you guys doing today?
We're good, Harp.
Doing amazing.
Peepers, what's your take on this week's games?
I really like the New Orleans Saints. I think they're going to be Super Bowl contenders. Derek Carr's playing out of his mind. Looks like he's in his prime right now. Alvin Kamara with a 4-touchdown game. Easily could have broken his record from Christmas a few years ago with 6, but they ran it with Derek Carr at the 1-yard line. If they just gave him a few more touches, he would have had 6.
That is a tough beat right there. Corey?
I'm going to focus more on the Cowboys here. Defense isn't playing up to par, I'd say. They got Micah Parsons. They got Lawrence at the D tackle. I'm not impressed with them so far this season.
I mean, the Cowboys are already in mid-season form, already getting blown out. I mean, was that really expected by the Cowboys? Probably. I mean, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be doing good this year at all. They're not. I mean, Dak Prescott's their quarterback. That's like the main. Dak Prescott's not a winner. He's not going to do anything in the playoffs. He's not going to. It's just how Dak Prescott is. Corey, did you watch the Steelers game this weekend?
I did.
What did you think about them? How'd they look?
I was slightly more impressed by their offense than last game. Finally scored a touchdown. Still thinking they need to get the ball to George Pickens, but that'll come with George Pickens complaining. And I think we're going to need to use Jalen Warren a little bit more, maybe a little less Najee Harris. And hopefully when Russell Wilson's healthy, he can throw more touchdowns than Justin Fields.
Yeah, the Steelers' defense is just crazy. 2 wins with 1 touchdown is unbelievable.
Chris Boswell's been busy kicking them field goals.
18 points for Chris Boswell.
It's crazy. I think right now he scored 25 points, and the Giants only have 24. So he scored more than an NFL team as a kicker. It's unreal. It's unreal.
I'm still putting my Defensive Player of the Year award at T.J. Watt. I think he got robbed of it last season. Myles Garrett did not deserve that over T.J. Even the stats proved it. And, the Steelers secondary locked down. And
JPJ.
You got Cam Hayward there at D tackle. You got Alex Highsmith, T.J. Watt, best pass rusher duo in the NFL. And, I want to see what they're going to do.
Well, my Eagles looked rough. I think I saw something today that said it was the 7th all-time most improbable win by a team. They had like a 97% chance of winning. It was crazy. I mean, they had the chance. They blew it. Saquon could not catch the ball.
Yeah, Saquon sold that so hard.
I lost to a point my fantasy this week. I lost to Oaksy by a point. If Saquon catches that ball, I win, and the Eagles win. But
it would have been like a 3-yard gain too. Get the first down.
He could even break some tackle, score a touchdown if he could, but he just didn't freaking catch the ball. He was more worried about running up the field and running for a touchdown instead of catching the ball and getting the first down. I mean, even if they would have ran the ball, they still would have been better because they still would have got the ball in the last timeout, and they still would have wasted more time. And they couldn't even win a 4th down if they gained 2 yards, which they would have ran the brotherly shove, which is the most unstoppable play in almost NFL history. So,
how about Kirk O'Chain's primetime coming out 4th quarter, that last drive there?
Oh, that's right. Our secondary looked. It just got shredded. Quinion Mitchell got shredded. Darius Slay on that touchdown, he just got shredded too. It was one of the worst losses I've ever seen by the Eagles.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney was just looking like prime AB. Randy Moss in that last drive, just.
Yeah, but he didn't do nothing the whole game though.
Yeah, that last drive though, he carried him and prime Kirk.
Yeah, it was. Man, I thought so on the drive before, I think it was with 5 minutes left. I think when the Falcons got the ball, I think they was 4th and 1 on their own side of the field, and we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson laid a huge hit on Bijan and stopped them, and his helmet popped off, and they were about to throw the flag. I swear to God, they were about to throw the flag, but the Eagles got lucky with that, and they couldn't take advantage of it. It's carried over from last year whenever they 10-1 finished 11-6. It's carrying over. They cannot keep leads in the 4th quarter at all. It's terrible. But we have some highlights from this week. Jets getting a win. The Dolphins on. That game was pitiful by the Dolphins.
Dolphins falling apart from injuries. got two with another injury. Not looking good for the rest of his NFL career.
Oh, yeah, he just got placed on IR, too. Skylar Thompson's going to be QB1 at least until week 8, and then...
Yeah, he might
Loser!
Yeah, he might be done.
Yeah, that's not even good for Jalen Waddle and Tyreek.
No, if you have him in fantasy leagues, I'd trade him if I were you, but...
Tyreek only had, 6, and Jalen Waddle had 8.
Yeah.
And they benched him as soon as Tua got hurt, too, because there was no point with Skylar Thompson back there.
I had the Dolphins winning that game. The Bills, they almost lost to the Cardinals week 1, but the Cardinals are looking really nice, too. I mean, Did they beat, did they even play?
Yeah, Marvin Harrison had 30.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison.
2 tutties.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray played crazy, too.
Kyler Murray, he had 4 incompletions, and they were all to Marvin Harrison. And Marvin Harrison, after the game, came out and said he stated the fact about Kyler Murray's 4 incompletions were just to him, and he said he's going to need to fix that. So, I mean, he's a rookie, and he already has a veteran mentality, which is unbelievable for that kind.
Yeah, fantasy leagues, I'd be looking at trading for Marvin Harrison. First game didn't perform very well, but second game he's proven what he can do in the NFL, and like to see it.
But there's been a couple. Pacheco got injured. You wanted to?
Oh, yeah, Pacheco placed on the IR. That means we got Perrine being the third down back and the receiving back, and rookie Carson Steele should take most of the workload away from Perrine on first and second downs. But with that injury, too, Patrick Mahomes hasn't been playing very well. But with Pacheco out, they'll probably throw it a lot more and making him back up there. Maybe give Travis Kelce a few more looks. But from what I'm looking at, Travis Kelce looks washed.
He's too busy dealing with Taylor right now. You don't really care about that guy right now.
Yeah, he had 1 reception.
He's I don't even know.
I think he only had 7 targets in 2 weeks.
Talk about some new players, new names coming out, making their name. Let's talk about Isaiah Likely in that first game with the Ravens. Mark Andrews, almost no catches. We got Isaiah Likely scoring the most the tight end has scored so far this fantasy season, and he's looking good. I think further on they're going to be looking to get rid of Mark Andrews and have Isaiah Likely as their guy.
Yeah, the tight ends have been very shallow this year. There hasn't been very good performances. Hunter Henry had, what do you even have? He had 8 receptions or something, 10 receptions, or 10 targets.
10 targets.
I'm not really sure, but he's probably on waivers. It might be a good tight end option, but yeah.
Rookie Brock Bowers coming out of Georgia. He's looking good. He's having a lot of catches with the Raiders. There's not many options to throw to other than Devontae Adams there, so he's getting a good amount of targets there, catching the ball.
Alexander Madison taking over Zamir White's spot. Zamir White just looks terrible, so Alexander Madison should be taking most of his reps away.
There's been a couple teams that have looked just horrendous. What's going on with the Giants, dude? They have Daniel Jones at quarterback, but you guys gotta do something.
Yeah, the only decent player they got right now is Malik Neighbors. That's about it.
Yeah, that's literally.
They got some good guys on defense.
Their D-line is insane, but they're 0-2 to start the year. I don't think anybody's really. They lost to the Commanders, which Commanders are rough. They're out of Jalen Daniels is nice. Austin Eckler's still there, but Terry McLaurin's pretty old, and I don't think the Commanders are going to. They shouldn't have lost to the Commanders.
Yeah, scary Terry.
Also, looking at the Carolina Panthers, man, it doesn't look like they're going to be good for years to come. They can't do anything to move the ball. Bryce Young just got benched for Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's been in the league for years and years, and he hasn't really done anything.
No, I remember his days in Cincinnati. He's just I think they're. I don't know if Bryce Young is going to leave, but. There's a couple teams that could just use him as a good backup, which
the Dolphins could even use him.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
That's probably better than Skylar Thompson.
Definitely better than Skylar Thompson.
Right now, Bryce Young's not looking good at all. Looking like a bust right now.
Yeah, but he's also he's just not big enough. I don't think.
Nah,
he's not tall enough. He's a good quarter. He could throw the ball. He could run the ball, but he's just not big enough to be able to do it at a way higher level than he does.
Panthers definitely wish they went with C.J. Stroud now. Terrible pick.
Broncos, they look good. They look decent during preseason. Look better than last year, but these first 2 games for them that haven't been living up to their name. Bo Nix might not be the option. He got T.J. Watt. There was a play, he sacked him, didn't even barely touch his shoe, and he just fell.
Grab the shoelace, just however, like Big Ben.
I feel like the really reason why the Eagles lost is because their D-line had zero pressure whatsoever on Big Kirka. Literally zero pressure at all. The star talent we have on our offensive line or our defensive line is unreal. It's Jalen Carter, who's almost won Defensive Rookie of the Year. We also had Jordan Davis. We have Brandon Graham. We even have Bryce Huff from the Jets. So Bryce Huff has zero tackles so far this year. It's brutal the way our secondary. We have so much star talent. We just don't take advantage of it and use it the way we can. Our coaching is horrendous, but it's only 1 week. We can move on from there.
Week 2, pretty good week. A bunch of big teams losing. We got the Eagles losing to the Falcons, obviously. Then you got Ravens losing to the Raiders. Nobody expected that. 49ers lost.
Cowboys getting blown out.
We got Cowboys with Saints. But Saints are looking good this year.
Saints look unreal. I mean, how many points have they scored? Like 90 something?
It's like the third most or something. Yeah.
Third most all time.
It's like 91 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's unreal. My Eagles are going to struggle against them next week, I think.
Oh, yeah, and the 2 other teams that have had the most points scored in the first 2 weeks won the Super Bowl.
So, there you go. Saints to the Super Bowl, guys.
Yep. It's a lock.
I mean,
what was it? Saints had like 15 scoring drives to start the year off.
yeah, and then I think they punted. They didn't punt until the first time against Dallas.
The second half is the third quarter.
Third quarter was the first time.
Yeah.
They punt.
Bucks looking good. Beat the Lions. You know, the Lions are a good team. They were very good last year, looking good this year. But Baker Mayfield, he's proven himself this season.
He has a great offense or wide receiver core. I mean, he has Mike Evans, he has Chris Godwin. He throws a Rashad White too. I mean, they have a good program over there.
And Bucky
Good
Irvin.
organization, Bucky Irvin.
But Bucky Irvin might be good in a few years.
Yeah,
Step up there at running back.
Never know.
I think we should talk about the Lions game. Sam Laporta is not doing good. He's supposed to be consensus tight end 1, and he's just not showing it at all. He had 2 single-digit fantasy weeks and just
What's going on with Amon Ra? What happened to him?
no clue. He's just not getting anything. And Jared Goff's not even playing bad. He has like 236 yards per game throwing, and he's just not looking at Laporta or Amon Ra. He's just sharing the ball.
Sharing the ball and getting everybody some touches. I mean, there was a lot of rough games this week for some pretty top teams. I mean,
Rams looked good week 1 versus the Lions, but week 2 their loss. I wouldn't.
Everybody's getting hurt for the Rams too.
yeah.
Puka and Cooper Kupp. Who makes that wide receiver 1 now? Isn't that Demarcus Robinson?
Demarcus Robinson.
It's a good ad.
They scored 10 points against the Cardinals, and I can't really name any of the Cardinals defenders besides like Buda Baker and Kaiser White. That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams are going to have to do better than that if they want to get back to the Super Bowl like when they did against the Patriots in like 2018-19.
Texans, they've been looking good. Best receiver core in the league I'd say by a lot.
Nico.
Yeah, you got Nico Collins.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
Tanked it.
I wouldn't say best receiving core. Look at my Eagles. AJ.
Press glazing so hard.
AJ.
Oh my god.
AJ and Devontae Smith. Come on.
Yeah, we got
Who's wide receiver 3? Dodson.
Jahan Dodson.
Jahan Dodson's pretty good too.
That's like you can't argue with that. Like the only other team you can argue with that would be the Texans, but would also be the Dolphins.
The Rams would have had it without the injuries.
Maybe.
C.J. Stroud, he's still looking very, very good. I think he's top 5 quarterback in the league this year and last year. He's playing like he's been in the league for years, and this is his second year. Winning Rookie of the Year last year, obviously. He's got a lot more to come. I'd be looking at him for fantasy too.
How about the Seahawks, man? How about Geno Smith? Last week he threw for 327 yards and a touchdown against the Patriots.
I think they're flukes.
Flukes.
Yep.
You're just a big Seahawks hater, aren't you?
Nah, I'm not even a Seahawks hater. I just don't think that they're that good and just getting lucky 2 games in a row.
We also got the Patriots winning their first game. I know they lost their second game,
They're
but
0-2.
they're
Didn't they lose week 1? No.
Who'd
Nah.
they play?
Who'd they beat? Oh, they beat Cincy. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That was an upset.
Cincy is not doing good.
Bengals
Did you
were
guys see
not
the video
looking
where Joe Burrow he could barely lift a water bottle
Yeah, I saw
with
that.
his wrist injury or whatever
Yes.
it was?
That's rough.
Yeah. But T. Higgins is coming back this week.
Who even is, who's if they need to, who's the Bengals backup?
Quarterback?
Oh, it's
I don't even know. Didn't it used
He
to be Andy
played-
Dalton?
nah. He played
Was it?
last.
Yeah.
He played last year a lot. It was figuring it out here real quick.
Jake Browning.
Yep, Jake Browning. That's his name.
I don't think he was horrible last year. I mean,
Last year he wasn't terrible, but can't expect much out of a
no,
backup.
No, can't expect that much.
Jamar Chase hasn't been doing too good either. As a first-round pick, he's only averaging 9.8 points per game. Yeah. But last year, he averaged 8.6 points per game in the first 2 weeks. The next 7 weeks, he averaged 23.3 points per game. The next 7 games, so
Yeah, so.
definitely do not give up on Jamar Chase. And if you have league mates panicking on him, try and trade for him, buy low on him.
And we got upcoming games this week. I mean, isn't there? There's 2 Monday night games. I think it's Washington is playing. Who's Washington play?
I have no
I
clue.
know there's two Monday night games. I'm not 100% sure really.
Who's Detroit play? Detroit plays on.
Detroit plays.
They play the Cardinals.
That would be a good game.
Yeah, it should be a good
that
game.
That should be one of the best games this week. Niners Rams is kind of a rivalry. Ravens Cowboys, that might be it's in Dallas. That could be a
Yeah.
pretty good game. I mean, the defensive line's obviously gonna have to stop Lamar from running the ball, but Commanders Bengals. They're 2 not so good teams, but that should still be a really good game because it's Jay Daniels versus Joe Burrow.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned the Colts yet,
Do you really want to mention the
I don't
Colts?
think Colts have been doing
Dude,
too hot.
Yeah, but
First-
Alec Pierce,
Alec
who
Pierce,
even is
okay.
that guy? He's averaging, what is he?
Isn't he a rookie?
Isn't he getting top 20 wide receivers each weeks? I mean, I think he's the top 20 wide receiver in both of the first 2 weeks, and Michael Pittman hasn't done that since last year.
This is his 3rd year in the league.
They got Anthony Richardson there. He looked great week 1, week 2. Not as good, but he got injured all last year. So
Alec Pierce in the week 2, he had 5 receptions for 56 yards and a touchdown. But week 1, 3 receptions for 125 yards with a touchdown. That's an average of 41 yards per catch.
Yeah, he was in the top 20 wide receivers both weeks.
That's crazy, dude.
And Michael Pittman has done nothing. 7.1 points per game. And throughout his career with Anthony Richardson, he's just not performing.
Well, the Colts are 0-2. I mean, they're gonna have to step it up. I mean, if I feel like if Anthony Richardson can stay healthy, they can go 9-8. I feel like maybe 10-7.
talk about the Bears. Caleb Williams is not living up to his name at one so bit.
Oh, yeah, if you have him in fantasy, just drop him right now.
He's a rookie. You can't say that based off of 2
Oh, no, I'm
weeks.
telling you right now, drop him. Dude, you can get Derek Carr off waivers.
Derek Carr.
telling you.
You love Derek Carr.
Dude, he's going crazy right now.
I mean, think all the Bears, all their weapons
He
on
looks like
offense
that,
they got this season.
It's like I'll pull up the picture.
They
Who
got
else is doing better?
Remy Dunze. They got
Yeah,
DJ Moore.
Him and DJ Moore are just not clicking at all.
They also got
There was a
Keenan
few
Allen.
times DJ Moore was wide open and Caleb Williams just threw it to nobody.
Bears O-line also really struggling. Caleb Williams is getting pressured almost every single play. He's got to scramble. He's got to make plays for himself.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely not used to that yet.
Here's I don't know if you can see this. We got Derek Carr right here. That's what he looks like. He looks like Sid from Toy Story. I don't know if you've seen that movie. One of the best movies. You should go watch it. But I mean, The Bears are just like you say. They got DeAndre Swift now, right? You see what happens whenever a good running back. I mean, I think he had over 1,000 yards with the Eagles last year. He goes to a team with a terrible O-line and he plays terrible. So you can put any good decent running back behind a good O-line and they're gonna run for a lot. I mean, thank you for joining us on the new edition of Touchdown Talk. We will see you guys next week. Have a nice day, guys.